Last year, I got a text from a buyer's agent 15 minutes after a showing. 4 words, not for us, sorry. 15 minutes and price never came up in the conversation. Now, maybe you can relate to this. A lot of sellers assume that when a buyer walks away fast, it has to be about the number on the sign. In this case, and in a lot of cases that I see, it had nothing to do with what we were asking. Not one thing about the price. So today, I want to walk you through the 10 things that actually scare buyers away from a home. Real physical things sitting in a house right now that have nothing to do with what you're charging for it. And if you're someone who's been thinking about downsizing, whether it's in the next year or 5 years from now, I really want you to pay attention, because almost every single one of these gets worse the longer that you wait. I'm gonna go through these one at a time. And for each one, I really want you to be thinking about your own home and just be honest with yourself. This isn't about judgment. Most of these are things that you've never noticed yourself because you've lived with them for years, sometimes decades. The first is no permits on file for additions or conversions. That garage that became a den, the extra bedroom off the back, the sunroom that got enclosed somewhere along the way, this doesn't always cause a problem. Plenty of these transactions happen without a single issue at close, but it can cause a problem. And that's exactly why it matters to pull permits early, especially as a buyer doing your due diligence. A buyer's lender may not fund a loan on square footage that isn't reflecting on record, but a buyer's agent will absolutely pull permit history before writing an offer. A quick check protects everyone, and it's something that we can look into together long before you're anywhere near listing. The second is old electrical panels. This is especially relevant in senior communities like Leisure Village. We actually just had this happen. The HOA required an outdated panel to be replaced before close of escrow. Well, the good news is we saw this coming. Adequate time was given well before the home was even placed on the market, so it never became a fire drill in the middle of an escrow. That's really the whole point of everything that I'm walking you through today. Catching these things early on your timeline instead of a lender or an HOA catching them for you at the worst possible moment. Number 3 is popcorn ceilings and old flooring that's mismatched or uneven. I have genuinely seen buyers walk away from a home just over the popcorn ceilings alone, before they even looked at anything else. Even when it's non-asbestos issue, just the association with it is enough for some buyers to take the home off of their list entirely. And it's not just ceilings. Flooring that doesn't match from room to room. Maybe you have tile in one room, carpet in the next, a different wood in the hallway. That reads as a patchwork of repairs to a buyer, even when each individual choice made sense at the time. Uneven flooring is the one that I want you to take the most seriously. If a flooring dips or slopes in a spot, that's worth having a professional look at what's underneath before you ever list. Because a buyer's inspector, they are definitely gonna find it. And at that point, you're negotiating from a weaker position than if you just addressed it on your own terms. Number 4 is outdated plumbing. Galvanized or polybutylene pipe, I'm not telling you to go repipe your whole house. This one's just about being informed, not about a project list. Insurance companies are increasingly asking about pipe material by name when they are underwriting a policy for a buyer. So it's worth knowing what you have before a buyer's inspector brings it up first and then turns it into a negotiating point instead of just a simple disclosure. Number 5, a home stuffed with decades of belongings. Not messy, just full. Furniture, china cabinets, collections built up over a lifetime of holidays and grandkids and hobbies. There is nothing wrong with any of that. But buyers can't see the actual bones of the house underneath it. The flow of the rooms, the storage, the natural light. In a house a buyer can't picture themselves living in is a house that they walk away from, even if the bones underneath are exactly what they were looking for. Number 6, single-pane windows and no installation upgrades. Buyers see this as another expense on top of the purchase price. It dates the home and it makes them start wondering what else hasn't been upgraded. That last part is the real danger. One overlooked detail doesn't just cost you on its own. It plants doubt about everything else in the house that they haven't inspected yet. Number 7, an HVAC system that hasn't been touched in decades. Inspectors flag age, not just function, and it becomes a negotiating chip even when the unit still runs perfectly fine. A system that's original to the home, even one that's never given you a day of trouble, reads to a buyer as something they'll need to budget for the moment that they move in. I'm not telling you to go out and spend thousands of dollars replacing it. What I'm telling you is to keep up with it. Get that annual tune-up and enjoy the comfort of a well-maintained system while you're still living in the home. Because that maintenance record is exactly what puts a buyer's mind at ease later. Number 8, a yard that's quietly gotten away from you. Overgrown, a cracked driveway, landscaping that's seen better days. This is the one that people underestimate the most. Buyers judge the whole house by the front 10 feet before they ever ring the doorbell. And that first impression colors how they see everything else, even rooms that are in great shape. Number 9, a bathroom that hasn't been touched since it was installed. This one's touchy, but a home with only a step-over tub and nothing updated can make a younger buyer picture someone else's house instead of their own future, even when it's spotless and beautifully cared for. It's not about the home being outdated. It's about a buyer's ability to picture their own life there. And a bathroom is one of the fastest rooms to break that picture. Okay, I want to be clear. I'm not telling you to go spend thousands of dollars on a full remodel. Keep it clean, keep it in good repair, and enjoy the upgrades that you've already made while you're living there. This is simply just something to be aware of, not a project to start tomorrow. And number 10, medical or mobility equipment that still stays in the home during showings. I'm talking about things like ramps or grab bars that are left in place after a parent's care needs change. For most buyers, this changes how they emotionally experience a walkthrough and can quietly work against you, even in a beautifully maintained home. The exception is going to be if you're primarily in a senior community like Leisure Village, where some buyers are actually looking for those exact features since they may need them also. So this one really depends on who your likely buyer is, and it's definitely worth a conversation with your agent about who's actually going to walk through your door. So here's what I want you to take away from all of this. None of these 10 things happen overnight. Permits, panels, plumbing, an HVAC system that's been running quietly for 30 years. These are the kind of things that build up slowly while you're living your life in a home that you love. And that's exactly why the cost of waiting to downsize is so easy to miss. It's not one big event. It's 10 small ones, quietly adding up in the span of about 3 minutes. Here's the part I really want you to sit with. Every single item on the list gets more expensive, not less, the longer you wait. A panel that could have been swapped out on your own schedule becomes a demand from an HOA. A floor that could have been quietly leveled becomes a disclosure item a buyer's inspector finds first. Waiting doesn't protect you from any of this. It just moves the decision out of your hands and into someone else's, usually a buyer's, right in the middle of your escrow. The good news is that every single item on this list is something that you can get ahead of if you start now instead of waiting until you're ready to list. That's really what today's video is about. And it's exactly the kind of thing that I sit down and go through with people room by room long before their home ever goes on the market. Waiting has a cost on the house itself, like everything we just went through. But it's not the only cost. There's more to think about the longer you wait. And I've got another video coming up on exactly that. So stick around for that one.